Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. So, I kind of have a bit of good news. I initially wanted to buy IKEA furniture because it is cheap and it is durable. It's good quality and it's doable. However, I have found a brand on Amazon with 4.5 at least stars, depending on which item you're looking at. They have some of the most beautiful bookcases, and I believe I've said it in multiple previous videos that I was looking for two separate items. I was looking for drawers, and then on top of that I would be putting a bookcase, because I didn't think that there would be bookcases with either drawers or closets underneath. But this brand called Fairford, if I even say that right, it could be Fairford, Ford as in with an R, sorry. But yeah, I don't know if I say it right, I don't know if I spell it right. I will put it in the description, the name and where I saw these items. They have some of the most beautiful bookcases and other furniture as well. They have well, it's not as flat, it's not as boring or standard as the IKEA ones. The Billy bookcases from IKEA are pretty, well, they're boring. I mean, you can personalize them, of course, with a lot of your own work and money if you can do that. But these bookcases, they have drawers underneath or already a closet, one of the two. And since I'm looking to buy multiple, why not buy two? Because I'm gonna need both, to be honest, if I'm looking at things. Sorry, I'm itching in my ears again. I can't help it. I don't know what it's for, what it's from, but yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. It's such a bad itch, but yeah. Now, these book closets, they are or cheaper or around the same price of the IKEA ones. I don't know out of the top of my head what the IKEA ones costs. I would have to look it up right now, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm trying to stay engaged with the video. But they are very, very cheap. And they also have a more expensive looking bookcase. I will not be going with that because it doesn't fit my room in a way of, it doesn't fit the aesthetic I want to go with. But it feels more dark academia, if you know what I mean. But that one is also around the same price. However, it is smaller than the other bookcases. So if I'm looking at what they have here, because I'm looking at the Fairford ones right now, give me a slight moment. Again, I know I was trying to stay with the video, but I'm gonna have to look it up anyway. So the ones that I'm talking about are very big. They're like double the size, really. They're like two bookcases next to each other, and beneath that two drawers. So these are pretty big bookcases for 179, and they have them in two colors. They have them in white and they have them in black. Well, actually there is a third color, but it's not on the same page. You have to look it up. It's a beige kind of color one, but it is there. And they also have corner pieces, so corner bookcases, again with our closets underneath. They only have closets in the corner pieces. And then of course they also have a bookcase that has three bookcases next to each other in one go. But I don't really like the way that they are formed, because they each have like yeah, they don't look like one plank, they are like compartments, and I don't really like that per se. But for the price, and especially for the reviews, this one I'm currently looking at has only 10 with 4.5 star. But if you look at everything else from the same brand, I mean, here's one with 105, 4.5 star, 36, 4 star. Let me see, 59, 4 star. So it's pretty good. It's a pretty good brand, I would say. And the prices are very, very, very much within range of what I want to pay. So the one that I'm looking at currently with drawers underneath is 179 euro. So that's very, very good for me anyway. And there will of course be space on top of the bookcases as well. It's about the height of a door frame ish, from what I can tell, and about 2 door frames like wide. That's the best way to describe it, because I'm really bad at like using centimeters and stuff. But yeah, it's beautiful. It looks nothing like the IKEA ones where they just feel very boring, I guess. And these definitely don't feel boring. They feel chic. They feel like people actually put thought into them and really wanted to make something beautiful and not make it cost 10 times more than what it is worth, like in making it and whatever. It's cheap and it's pretty good. So I'm gonna go with those. Of course, I'm only gonna buy like one of each in the beginning and then see how I like them and what I want to buy in multiples. I'm sorry, I get a pop-up. But yeah, I'm very, very excited about it. And I'm gonna go with those instead of the IKEA ones, because like I said, the IKEA ones, I was literally looking for drawers, so I could buy drawers first, put them up, and then on top of that put bookcases. But I don't need to do that anymore. So I don't need to be worried about the centimeters or the width or the weight capacity of the drawers as well, because it's all in one piece now. So that's kind of crazy and awful. What? Awesome, not awful. So yeah, I'm gonna be buying from that brand specifically instead of the IKEA one. Also the corner pieces, again, the corner pieces I will be buying. I just haven't decided yet whether or not the corner piece will be fully open, so without drawers and closets underneath, because I don't think I need that many, but I need some. So I might be able to leave it open and have books all the way to the floor. But I'm also a little skeptical about that because of the look. I mean, you know. But yeah, so I'm very excited about that. I'm very excited I found that brand. It's actually due to a friend of mine who told me like, you need to look at this. So that's pretty cool. Now I'm still looking for other stuff, maybe, because I thought I had everything set in stone. I thought like, this is what I'm gonna buy, this is what I'm gonna buy, this is what I'm gonna buy. But now I think that maybe I should be looking a little more, considering the fact I have the time and it's not all it's not gonna be from today on to tomorrow, right? It's all gonna be in pieces. It's not gonna be all at once, because I cannot afford that. And not only that, I mean, the floor still needs to be done, the walls still need to be done, the curtains need to be done, which will come before the floor as well, by the way, because the way that the curtains broke recently, the light outside is bothering me so much. I'm having a lot of difficulty sleeping again. So it's not really doable for me currently to keep that open and wait until the floor is done and all of that. So I'm gonna do the curtains first. And once the curtains are done, I will be doing the floor. I mean, after the walls, obviously, but first the walls, then the curtains, then the floor. So everything will be done. And yes, the only thing, well, Gwenny has put me in a bit of a position of, you should think about painting the furniture. And I don't necessarily want to paint these, but I do know you can get these rolls. They are somewhat like wallpaper, but they're not for the walls. They are specifically for furniture. Basically what you would be doing is wrap the furniture in some kind of foil, right, to make it have a different look. And they have these foils in very different textures. Sorry, I'm still having difficulty speaking. But they have like very beautiful wood textures. They have dark wood, which is what I preferred most of all, and she knows that. She's trying to tell me, like, if you want that dark furniture anyway, you should think about doing this, because you can still remove it afterwards. If you don't like it, you can still remove it. It's not a big deal. It's not that expensive, and it's easily redone. And basically you could change it over and over and over again, right? I don't need to be painting it necessarily. I could paint the furniture, but it'll cost me a whole lot more time and a whole lot more money. So, but wrapping them, knowing it's easily removable, I mean, that might be a good idea, I'm not gonna lie. And that way I could have the exact texture and the exact kind of style that I would want. The only difference is that I decided against dark in the first place because of the fact that my room is so small. It's still small, even though I'm getting a smaller bed and I'm getting furniture that will fit the room. It's still a small room compared to what I thought it could be. I mean, it's bigger than I thought, but it's still small. So it's a little bit of difficulty. I still have issues like, where am I gonna put my bed? How am I gonna put my bed? So I don't know yet. I just don't. It's gonna be a bit of a thing. So I'm kind of trying to look for a bed as well that will have nightstands in them, or like on the top rail, because I've seen those beds before, that will also have a charging port. Speaking of which, I know I got a bit excited about that second outlet in my bedroom. The reason why I got so excited is because the only one I thought I had is in a very awkward position. It's in a very bad place in the room that is difficult to use without having to involve extra cables, and yeah, it's very annoying, and that kind of solved a lot of problems. So that's why I was so excited. So sorry if that bothered anybody or if it just was weird, but that's why. Yeah, either way, painting the walls blue will go with either aesthetic, whether I go with the white or the dark kind of aesthetic. I mean, this is the thing that is really tearing me up inside, because the dark bookcases, if I were to make them dark, it would make sense. It is much more like a library, in my opinion, than a white bookcase. It feels more like what I had in mind in the classic, more dark academia style than I initially than I was going to do, because the white bookcases are beautiful, but I'm having a lot of issues planning around it. And the reason why is because of the fact that it's very difficult, at least for me, to combine the white bookcases with stuff like dragons, right? Because it's going to be fantasy themed. And while white would work really great with fairies and with unicorns, that's not the kind of fantasy I was going for. I was going for Dungeons and Dragons. I was going for World of Warcraft. I was going for Fourth Wing, of course. I was going for Harry Potter, and all of that. I don't see how I'm gonna combine it with the white bookcases. They are beautiful, but I found myself in a position that while I was planning what the room was gonna look like with the white bookcases, I found out that I was going a whole other way than I was trying to go. I didn't mean to. I didn't notice it at first, but then I looked at the favorites list for what I was gonna put into the room, and nothing of that was fantasy based. It all felt very Parisian, like Paris kind of themed. It all felt very sweet, and it felt more like I don't know, like a modern kind of Paris themed bedroom. That's kind of what it was becoming, and I was like, I need to stop. What am I doing? This is not what I was planning. This is not what I want. But that's the way I was going with the white, because it's just so difficult to combine it with the fantasy theme. For me, anyway. I don't know if it's anybody else having this issue. But yeah, it just gives a whole other feel than the dark theme. And again, dark academia isn't supposed to be white. So I'm seriously considering, like, I'm gonna buy them in white because they don't have dark brown in these bookcases anyway. And then I'm gonna buy a bunch of these wrapping papers. I'm probably gonna go with sheen, as she calls it, shine, however you call it, and buy it from there, because it's very, very cheap to buy the wrapping papers there. And then I'm gonna see if I like it or not, because they have a lot of different colors and a lot of different styles, and yeah, I don't know yet. And yeah, my next video, I still haven't made the video, the unpacking or the unboxing video from the so many pages book, that special edition book with all the stuff with it. Yeah, I still haven't made that video, but my next video is probably gonna be asking for help, speaking about the very, very yellowed white closet that I still have in my bedroom, the tall one with the beautiful corners. And I don't know yet what I'm gonna do with it. I don't know if I want to wrap that or whether I'm gonna actually paint that one, because I don't know if I can wrap it because of the, I don't know what to call it, the corners, I guess. No, it's called different, but it doesn't matter, because it sticks out and I don't think you can wrap that I know of. I don't know how, anyway. So I'm gonna have to see, and it's already past 2 by the way, but yeah. Anyways, let me know what you think. Let me know whether or not you think it's a good idea. And I will hopefully see you back on Monday, because it's already weekend again. And I wish you all a very good night, very good morning, very good day, and a very good weekend. I love you no matter what, and hopefully I will see you next time. Have a good night.